So, 1860 Munich, season number 4. Slight recap of what we have done. Season 1. 11th place finish, just about kept the job. Season 2, 2nd place to FC Bayern. Effectively won the league, they don't count. They don't go up, they don't count. Promotion there. And then last season, 2nd place behind Schalke. Scraping through by the skin of our teeth, and Pauli went through in the playoff. So we've done a considerable amount of work over this summer. £300,000 spent because we had zero given to us. We brought in 650,000. Big signings: Chandy from Augsburg, Till Schumacher, who probably isn't going to be first choice left back, for 52,000, and Chima Akoraji are the only ones we paid money for. Jakob Sorensen looks like he could be one of our better players. He come in from Norwich on a free. Eli Wahi, the only loan player we brought in this season, he came in from Montpellier. He's back after playing, I think it was the season before last for us. Oh no, Nabian is still classed as our key player. So this stream will start off with the cup game against Ham, which should be a relatively comfortable run out. I did do the team yesterday, but the more that I'm looking at it, the more that I'm thinking to get some of the guys that... Right, if we just... If we save the team for this, for the first league game, and then we're going to just tweak it slightly to get some of these guys in that aren't quite up to speed. Sarkic can play on the left, and then that leaves Eli Wahi and... we'll play Nabian alongside him. So, wasn't the team that I decided on last night, but I think we're going to go with that. Get a little bit of game time into some of these boys. Yep, so for the first game, the first cup game of the season, Serafellini in goal, back four of Schumacher, Lang, Vine, Amadi. Midfield two of Strauss and Mol, Sarkic on the left, Ferreira on the right with Herculano, Nabian and Eli Wahi, the two up front. Squad number needed for Till Schumacher. Not giving him the number 11. We could have done with getting these last year to have a little bit of a cup run, but obviously we got Mönchengladbach first game of last season, so that completely put paid to any kind of cup run that I wanted. And we've got a highlight straight from the kickoff here. There's Herculano into Mol, down to Ferreira. The crossing is cleared away, Schumacher into Sarkic. Squared across to Mol. And there's nothing there. They're flying in with tackles. Amade, Strauss. Now Mol. Nice little flick head to Strauss. Schumacher on the left hand side goes past his man, goes down, penalty kick inside the first 90 seconds. This will... Quirrell scores. This will give us a nice little start, and that should set the tone for this game now. It means that Ham have to come out now and attack us, which suits us. Schumacher away from the tackle. Tackled out the second time of asking. Lang fires over the top. Sarkic with the flick on his Wahi onside. He's not. It'd be nice to have been 2-0 up within the first 8 minutes. Not to be. But with this just being a second string side out, I'm not too concerned about injuries. I think Nabian's probably going to play 45 minutes. I think that should be him. Done, point to Sarkic, headed away. Schumacher, who's looked decent over here on this left hand side. Strauss into Sarkic, back at Schumacher. That was like a wrestling match, and then Quirrell heads in. And Schumacher this time with the assist rather than just winning the penalty, and Quirrell with his second of the game. Not bad for a centre-back, defensive midfielder, central midfielder. Should be easy collected. Fired over top. I do wish I could have got Luis Semedo back, and that ball through to Wahi. That'll give him the world of confidence. 3-0. Ali Wahi. We could do with really putting 5, 6, 7 past these today. I feel like the confidence is just going to get potentially battered in throughout this season. So anytime we can put multiple goals past teams, that's simple enough. Why he flicks on, Herculano's onto it. Easy as you like. For Herculano and Nabian, 4-0. To be fair, I thought that would be the other way around. I thought it would be Herculano winning those flick-ons with Wahi running through, but not to be. Other way around. Who cares? 4-0 up. And this is a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. Switch to tactics. Nabian come off. Simona Dara can come on. I'll give him a little bit of rest time. He's the only one that was in our sort of first choice 11 that started today, so getting him after 45 minutes is ideal. Schumacher again on the left hand side. He is really making a case to start the first game of the season, and another penalty. And Quirrell this time sends the keeper the wrong way. 5-0 hat trick for Quirrell. He's another one that's, I know it's 2 penalties, but he's another one that's making a claim to start the first league game of the season. Schumacher 6. I don't know. He's only at a 7.3. I'm guessing he'll shoot up after that goal. 8.1. Every highlight we seem to be attacking, we seem to be using the left hand side a lot. So I feel like he would be a higher rating than just the 8.3 he sat on. Quirrell on a 9 with his hat trick. That's poor there from Strauss, but they don't really have any threat coming forward, which is ideal because we seem to have conceded a few chances of like long balls into the box, which have been picked up by the keeper. Let's not concede, and that's their first shot of the game, and that's worrying that their balls over the top are really balling for Lang through the goalkeeper's hands. 7-0. I said I wanted 5 or 6. 7 is Little bit OTT. Queer and Mole for Jakob Sorensen, and let's bring Keanu Stout on for Oliver Sarkic. Fine, corner from the right side, short to Ferreira, into Schumacher. Gets his second of the game. That's goalkeeper's made two massive errors there for the goal of Lang and the goal of Schumacher. But he's just fired that one in. And Ngonji with completely flappy hands there. Now looking at me if we can beat these 10. Sorensen, Wahi, turns, shot blocked, Adera, post. Can't follow it in. That's a poor miss, really. I know it means nothing in... Well, that was quick. Offside. Okay, that shot across quickly to the goal. There's 20 seconds left, so I don't see this being a proper highlight. As Diogo Ferreira gets on the right side, yeah, out for a throw-in. That should be that. There shouldn't be anything left of this game. Headed out for another throw deep inside the Ham half, and there we go. Final whistle, yet clear offside there as he's nodded that past the goalkeeper. And that's a nice way to start. 8-0 victory. I mean, we were expected to win that and to win it relatively comfortably. 163k for that. Schumacher average of 9.6. I was impressed with all of those things. So oh, Eli Wahi until Schumacher aren't registered. Schumacher and Wahi both in. So let's quickly change this back to the first team. And it's unfortunate for Okoroji, but Till Schumacher's definitely going to start next time out. Keanu Stout didn't have a good game. Weaving Chandy onto the left and then move Diogo Ferreira, who had a decent game, 3 assists. So it wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing, but I think Queer and Mole's going to start at centre back rather than Daniel Vine in the next game. Wasn't something that I was planning on doing, making changes, one for that cup game and 2 changes to what is arguably my first 11 for the first league game, but I think under the circumstances those changes are worthwhile. There's another player gone out on loan. Still is slightly over the wage budget, still got absolutely zero in the bank. So we start off with the Sunday game against Eintracht Frankfurt. And we still don't have any idea if we're going to get any TV money for this season, which is utterly frustrating. Because our first 2 matches, I think it is, have already been announced as being televised, so and we should be getting, I presume we're still in the same stadium. No, facilities. Yeah, 15,000, 5,941 seats. 9% of gate receipts. It's not great, is it? Oh, future saving plan. Surgery for site, plan capacity 21,500. They didn't say that yesterday, that they were looking, that was the size stadium they were looking at. Actually, that's something that's going to be interesting. Transfer activity. 12 in, 12 out. Highest transfer fee 245,000. Wow. Hertha Berlin spent 72 million on Soyuncu from Leicester. Lucas Hernandez went from Bayern to PSG. Martinez went from Ajax to Bayern for 37, and Hernandez from Watford to Frankfurt for 36. So we're playing against a team, first up, that have spent £36 million on one player, and we've not spent £36 million in 3 and a bit seasons. So Leverkusen and Bayern getting a draw in the first game of the season. See, I get very frustrated when we keep chalking up draws and whatnot, but I feel like this season we just need to get as many results as we can. Let's have a quick flick through this. Well, we've got a home tie, and we've got Karlsruhe, who... How did we get on against these last season? Where are they? Where are they? Beat them 5-0 in the game in April. Semedo with a hat-trick there, and where are you there? 2-0. So we beat them twice last year, so that's not too tough of a tie. We can hopefully progress there. Can we just end the season now in 10th? 11th? Yeah, that'll do. I am keeping with the same tactic that has got us back-to-back promotions. 13,500 season tickets sold, which is the attacking one, the one that I mentioned before I got from... If you check one of my older videos, I'm sure I mentioned where I got it from. And let's see if this do it right. The team for today: Niels Korber in goal, Nicholas Kreuzer at right back, Quirin centre back alongside Jonathan Panzo, Till Schumacher at left back, midfield duo of Jakob Sorensen and Theodore Bergman, Diogo Ferreira on the right, Shandy on the left, with Herculano Nabian and Eli Wahi, the two strikers. We have got nothing to lose here. I'm saying I make us slight favourites. I seriously doubt that. I feel like if we go 5 or 6 games in and we're just getting smashed, then we obviously need to make wholesale changes. I thought we were going to go 1-0 down there. I thought he just got free at the far stick and we were going to be in trouble, but we get away with it. That's headed away, and Mole can fire it up and straight to the opposition. And Schumacher, who earned himself a spot in this side, is giving away a penalty in the first 15 minutes. Okay then, Korber. Show us what you're worth. 15 minutes on the clock, we're 1-0 down. Herculano with a flick on way. That's a poor effort. He's got himself into a great position. And those are the sort of chances this season that we need to convert. Because I don't think we're going to get many of against some of these teams. 2-0. The problem is if we start playing cautious, or if we drop to balance, or even defensive, or anything like that, are we going to create chances? I mean, we've created 3 chances here in the first half an hour. Are we going to be at the races if we don't play to attack teams? And I know that it can absolutely bite us. And that's poor there from Chandu. But I think definitely the plan is to stick with what got us to the dance to start with, and then maybe change it from there. Cruiser and Ferreira playing a nice little interplay. Ball bounce back out to Cruiser, goes down, and now we're in a bit of trouble. Can we not foul him? Ooh. Well, then we just give it straight back to them. That's beautiful play. I'm guessing that's going to be offside. It looked it initially. Yep, offside. So we kind of got away with that there. That was a lovely little bit of play though. Galeno into Brahim. Oh, he's just offside. And Thiago Thomas. See if we can fire them up a little bit. The problem is, it's okay, losing 2-0 to Eintracht Frankfurt, who said spent 37 million on one player. Herculano, poor effort. You spent 37 million on one player. It's not awful. I mean, I know they could easily probably go and beat us 3 or 4, but it's not the worst result in the world. And this time, Thiago Thomas is onside. Fires it in, and we're 3-0 down. So let's bring Strauss and Daniel Vine on, and then let's bring Adair on for Eli Wahi. Let's see if he can bring a little bit more to the party. Latomba. Takaya. Thomas is there. That's a great save, and he puts the rebound wide. That should have been 4. Ball of Herculano. This is the other thing, like, whether we go more direct, because we run the risk of just firing the ball up into their half and losing it, or whether we try and keep it short passing. Are we good enough to play short pass? That's a great save by Korba. He definitely kept us in this game. Schumacher, even though he gave away a penalty, was averaging a 7 then, which I'm struggling to see would be correct. There's a free kick about 30 yards out and fires it wide. 10 minutes left on the clock. We've created chances. We've created 16 shots, 5 on target. XG of 1.72. So we haven't been completely outclassed here. See, I always feel like that's the wrong thing to say. So that's not a great start as we go into the Wolfsburg game next up. Poor finishing costs us. That's not the best start to the season we could have hoped for.